Hi, it's Skip Innovates here, and I regularly get asked, about once every couple of weeks, by someone, how do I get into blockchain programming? So the first thing is, do you know how to program? If you don't, go and do some programming tutorials, online courses. There's loads of them out there. I'd recommend Python as the language to go and learn, because it's becoming more and more ubiquitous, and it's fairly easy to get your head around. If you do know how to program and you are specifically looking to move into blockchain, then I have two recommendations on where to get started if your knowledge of cryptography and security is not so high. The first one is, go and look at how Bitcoin addresses work. Don't worry about the consensus system or the peer-to-peer part. Just get your head around what Bitcoin addresses and how they're created, because in the process of that you'll learn about digital signature algorithms and about hash functions, which are things you really need to grasp. And the second thing I'd recommend is go to the Multichain site. I'll put all the links to this stuff in the top of this post. So go over to Multichain and do their first tutorial on installing Multichain and setting up some addresses and transferring some assets from one to another, because ultimately the purpose of a blockchain is to create and transfer digital assets. And once you grasp the nuts and bolts of how that works, then you can start expanding out into what is proof of work, what is proof of stake, how does consensus work, what is Byzantine fault tolerance, all that kind of background stuff. But with the two bits of advice I just gave you, you'll get a pretty good start at actually being able to write some code that does something on a blockchain. And then of course you've got to decide, do you want to move on to things like smart contracts, or are you more interested in the sort of underlying fundamental concepts? That's entirely up to you. See what grabs you. Hope that was helpful, and see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.